Now I will give you another example coming from the food safety side, where we manage events affecting multiple countries, again, either depending on whether food has been traded internationally and is contaminated and need to be removed from the market, or an outbreak of foodborne disease that affect multiple countries. So this is an example of an outbreak of hepatitis A happening in a country. And we first, of course, pick up either through the news or through our network of contacts in different institutions, different countries, and through the InfoSat network, information about an outbreak of hepatitis A in that country. Then quickly, the big question is, has a source been identified? Can we link these cases to a particular source? Because the whole idea is to stop or make sure that we don't have more cases linked to the same source. So basically, identifying the source and then remove being the source of infection for further human cases. So in that case, very quickly, the investigation at the national level was linking this outbreak to frozen berries imported from another country. And that took, of course, a little bit of time because hepatitis A is not easily identified from a food source. It's relatively easy to identify it from a human case, but then going back to the source is often a little bit difficult. Anyway, in that country, they were able to identify some frozen berries coming from one country as the source of this outbreak. So in that kind of situation, we would then use our historical data, our common knowledge of this type of events to, first of all, assess whether this is totally unusual or whether it is, again, one of these relatively well-known situations. So outbreaks of hepatitis A linked to frozen berries, we have seen that increasingly on many occasions in the past decades. So having another one was not in itself so unusual. Then the second point is the source of these berries unusual? Is the environment in which this outbreak happening unusual? As it has any particular feature that would raise our alarm and make us worry more about this one rather than another one? So again, in this case, you look at historical data, you look at the producing country. Have they been linked to other similar outbreaks in the past? Do we know that they have similar problems on a regular basis? And in that case, this country had been part of other outbreaks with frozen berries in the past. So unfortunately, not an unusual situation, not a new source, not a new food implicated, and the same pattern of transmission. So again, the type of assessment that you would do quickly to help you decide, are we facing a potential new large-scale unknown emergency, or is this one of these unfortunate but regular outbreaks that either local authorities can manage, or whether they can manage with the help of the international community and WHO in particular. So in terms of managing the outbreak in the first country, we know that the country has the capabilities to deal with this outbreak. As with regard to the source, it's also important as part of the assessment to figure out whether the same products have been exported to other countries. Because if that is the case, then we have to also inform these countries that they have imported something that potentially will create an outbreak in their country as well. So that's the next step in that process. So we did that by, again, communicating with the local authorities in that countries and find out that luckily that batch had not been exported to other countries. And then we could conclude the assessment by saying that this was a limited outbreak